But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Hey kiddo, you're playing combat training on Black Ops 3? Noise. I miss playing combat training. I thought about Origins earlier. That map is so freaking big. Like, I just got cornered stupidly. Like, I usually never do that in zombies. Like, I'm actually pretty good at zombies, like to say so myself, but I was being reckless. The heck is that's him?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off. Not quite.
What?
There we go.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey!
Ew.
Language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Where are you again? Oh. No, where the heck are you?
I will never
there
forget
you
this
are.
weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Taking a picture of anything right now. I don't know what this. There's some logs. More logs. Why not? Some follow leaves. A picture of that side already. Maybe just the side of the just trees here. No, supposed to be taking a picture of. Boat, I did that. Where's over there? Um, Oh, wait.
I should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
It's weird.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa's Fen taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Poems.
Let's see.
Maybe I can find a deer myself. I don't see it out here. Whatever the heck this thing is.
Could have been.
You won't be able to get a mic till your birthday? Oh, okay. That's perfectly fine. Just let me know whenever you do. When's your birthday? I forgot.
Dad!
Oh, I found it. There we go.
Thanks, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Where is it? Where is he?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Yeah, I see this too.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Right in its neck.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
What's that wheeling noise? Oh, moving. That's me moving. That's supposed to be a
Sorry,
timer?
Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, crap. Okay, there we go. Go, 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 go. Move, 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 move. Come on, come on, come on, old man. Come on, come on, go around the corner. Got it.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh! Wow.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wow. Jeez.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
This room is so dark. Alrighty.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, Gregory. This is gonna be really sad. That's a
I can't
bad
imagine
film.
my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
And there's Gus. Let's do the baby first. The divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but no one could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Woo! I'm a frog.
Send over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Yes, more bath time. I haven't had a bath in such a long time.
Right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
This is adorable.
Reminded me so much of Calvin.
This is so gonna get a copyright strike using this music.
Imagination.
Ooh.
Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want this.
Uh-oh.
I wish he could have told us. About
Oh no. Oh no.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything. I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's really sad. Wow.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Pick up these words. Well, we'll get stuck in the tree. What is the next part? What am I supposed to do here? Oh my goodness, this... What am I supposed to do? So can't find in here. Nope, can't find in... Oh, there we go. Found it.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh no.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Crudely made.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Whoa.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Oh.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So we got Edie, Lewis, and Milton, and then Dawn. So we might be finishing this tonight. I thought I'm like hoping to, but we'll see.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Be right back. Okay, that's fine. I'll see ya.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Calcutta. Sounds familiar.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Huh.
Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
What am I looking at? Nothing in here.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
That better not be an Apple computer.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Check everything else just to be sure. Nope, I don't see anything else.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Doesn't really explain what happened to him.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
It's up at hookah. Marijuana.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Might begin to what?
wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats and toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. he held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
Yeah.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Minneapolis.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
He's lost his mind. What am I supposed to do? Just go up here?
I still thought I could save him. even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Hey, sweet dog, what's up?
Including the wise Calico, who insisted on advising him.
Wow. This is how I want to feel every day when I wake up every morning. Just wake up to a full-on crowd cheering me on. This would be amazing. Thank you, you're all too kind.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
That's okay.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Wow. That's sad. What the heck are you doing? I was
Really cool.
I was king.
I wish you could have met him.
I was king for a day. That's what you missed. You missed like 2 stories. You caught the baby one though, right? That was awesome, the Gregory one. I mean, it wasn't awesome that she drowned, but it was, gameplay wise, it was great. What's your favorite one so far?
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
The comic book one? Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe I should have come sooner.
And then there's Edith.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh boy, here we go.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your story. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
That's fine. I'll see you when you come back.
It the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Life is strange.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Welcome
I
back.
hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Wow. I have no words for this game right now. Just wow. That. Wow, wow, wow. I'm not even mad that I wasted $15 for a 2-hour game. Hey, this game was great. I'm not gonna lie, this game was fantastic. Wow. Any thoughts? What do you think, Sweet Dog? Any thoughts? I really don't have. That was great. It really was really good. Yeah, it's over. Finished in 2 playthroughs. So this is about a 2-hour game, pretty much. Like I said, normally I'd be pissed that I wasted $15 for this game, but this story was so rich and everything. It was just, I'm not even mad about it. This story was great. I need to hear this story. This is a great game. I'm gonna let the credits roll on this. I just gotta look at the credits. Wowzers. Oh boy. That Barbara story was awesome though. I love the Barbara Finch story. That was great. The eating, the babe, what's her face? I don't remember all the names. There were so many different names. I did have a few, but I can remember that Barbara story will always be in my head. I'll never forget the Barbara story. That was fantastic. I love that Barbara story. Was really fun. Oh boy. So what is next week? Next week is my August 8th. So the next big thing that's coming, and I know will be coming for sure, is Batman. And What do I have here? Batman won't be coming out for like another, like, what? 2 weeks. So I have The Walking Dead Michonne on my next playlist. I think I'm gonna play that. That's about 3 episodes long, so that's about 3 days. So that'll be from Monday through Wednesday next week. As for Thursday and Friday, might be random streams. So maybe we can play some zombies or something, just like chill. I'm not sure yet unless I figure something else to really play. It's gonna be a minute before I find a game like this deep though. That was fantastic. That's all the stories. Oh boy, well, that's going to be the end of that stream for tonight. I know I apologize it was so short, but I will get back on the grind on Monday, 9 o'clock. Get Skype. What do I need Skype for? I don't like Skyping. I don't Skype. I'm not a Skyper. Can you talk about just to do webcams? I am gonna put a webcam up. It's on my list. It'll be on my list very soon, but I don't want to do Skype. I'm not a Skype person, but I will be getting a webcam. There's a couple of things that I'm working towards. Like I'm trying to work on getting a supercomputer so I can like play all these other PC games and everything. Like really expand my gaming. I already have a good mic right here next to me. Or so we can talk for zombies. Well, whenever you get a mic. So whenever you get a mic, then we can start talking for zombies and everything. So whenever you get your mic, yeah, because I don't really do Skyping. But yeah, so whenever you do get your mic for your birthday, then we should be good on that. But I will be doing a webcam or whatever in the coming weeks or months in the future. Hopefully the future won't be like the future, but like very close. So I am working on that. Alrighty, sweet dog. I'll see you on Monday, or message me if you have any questions about anything or suggestions for any games that you want to see. I'm down for any suggestions. That'd be fantastic. So that way you can enjoy this content even more off your recommendation, because this game was a recommendation off one of my good friends. She said give it a shot. I said okay, sure. So she once again aced it. Alrighty, sweet dog, have a nice night. I'll see you Monday.